Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing, and so is the NBA. Hey, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Last outing for Minnesota, the loss to Toronto. Now here's Booker. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game. And we may have a track meet, Clark, here tonight. We were just talking about this. These two teams that love to get out and run.
You know, Kevin, I love these kind of games because really I think basketball is meant to be played at a fast pace. I really do. I mean, the fans enjoy it, but the players do too, and obviously us broadcasters like to see it up and down as well.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads-up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Now here's Booker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Brandon Miller.
They've got to be careful. A big key to beating them is keeping Booker off the line as much as possible.
GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Timberwolves shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Now here's Booker. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Nesmith. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 4-point game. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Dagnall. Now, I asked Coach about what he has in store to try and slow down Devin Booker. Now, they laughed and told me they've lost sleep over how to defend him. And they mentioned how, with and without the ball, Devin can hurt you. So Booker will have their total focus on defense. And Devin will have our total focus as well. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Abdul-Jabbar on the wing. Fires the 3. And Sarr pulls it down.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
To end the cold streak. Sarr. It's good on the putback.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
So the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And, you know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Nesmith. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
And it's fun to watch guys like Booker that see the floor this well. Seems to always get it to the right man.
Here's Sarr. Knocked loose. Johnson with it. And Abdul-Jabbar picks him up defensively.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And here's Miller outside. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Just 5 to shoot. Takes the three. Neesmith can't get it to go. Thunder trailing by 4. To the middle. Here's Sarr. Kicks it out to Johnson. Over Booker. And he can't bank that one in. To the paint. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Booker outside. The outside leaner. Second chance shot. And Abdul-Jabbar with the layup. Abdul-Jabbar's got his second basket of the night.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
Johnson attacking. And Magic Johnson with the slam.
Making a nice cut to the rim with ease, Johnson. Using that momentum and strong cut to finish with force.
Kept alive. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Nembhard. And taken away by Johnson. Miller with a wide open look. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Now Nembhard. Scoreless thus far. In the corner, it's Neesmith. Hits the three-point bomb.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Booker outside. Johnson outside. And here is Neesmith. 5 points in the game. 5 on the clock. Wing shot on the way. The second chance effort. 20 seconds left to play here in the first. For the three. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Timberwolves lead by 3. And this game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly look at the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Miller outside. Oklahoma City moving it around. Anunoby in the corner. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Anunoby's got 5 now.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Here's Highland. Gets an open look and hits. Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Joe. And the Thunder another 3.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Post. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Post has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Joe. Back to Vanderbilt. Stolen by Highland. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Miller, and he banks in the layup. Miller's got his first basket of the night.
Going deep in his bag there. Miller with the incredible crossover.
Clark, we've all heard the comparisons. Brandon Miller plays a lot like a young Paul George.
And you know, it makes a ton of sense when you consider that Paul George is Brandon Miller's favorite player. So he spent a bunch of time studying how PG gets it done and putting those moves into his own book bag.
The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize fouls. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big and strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to throw. Getting to the line a lot. Kareem, adept at forcing and drawing fouls.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Oklahoma City.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game. Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
And it's Miller penetrating. The kick out to Williams. Anunoby outside. There's the triple. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And here's Abdul-Jabbar. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. And the shot is good from Johnson.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a three-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. If that's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say isn't the highest percentage shot, but for myself it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he is something else. Hey, thank you. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. And he gets the bucket. Joe's got his third basket of the night right there.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Booker, good.
Skillful make inside by Booker, able to find his spot for the finish.
Miller surveying the floor. Fires the three. Minnesota with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Inside. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And the layup's good off the glass. Abdul-Jabbar's got 7 points in the game.
Well, you got to bring more energy than this. Abdul-Jabbar is not going to be thrown off much by a little contact.
Pass to Joe. Lets it go from deep. They grab their own miss. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Thunder lead by 1. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Good timeout call right there. Looked like the guys were gassed. Heavy legs out there for sure.
So both teams changing it up here. 1:15 left in the first half. Johnson right side. And that one hits back iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The kick out to Barnes. Puts up a three. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Johnson. Good on the bucket. Johnson's got 6 points.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Pass to Highland. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. 27 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Vanderbilt. Here's Dosunmu. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Highland with it. And the foul on Magic Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Near the three-point line, it's the buzzer! Wow!
Yeah, that's just enough.
So that'll be it for the first half. The battle underway in this one. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by just 1. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And Clark, as we watch Aaron Nesmith, he was such a great shooter in college, and it took him a while to find his stroke in the NBA.
And you know what, Kevin? Nothing really surprising about that. Most players struggle to find their game in the NBA, to find their role in the NBA. But Nesmith, he's found his rhythm and his role, and he clearly is dangerous from behind the arc.
Thunder on D. 3-point lead. Down low. Kicks it out to Booker. Hands the shot from the wing. Booker's got 10 points.
And you can see how quick Booker is to react. No hesitation on that jump shot.
Here's Johnson. Out to the right wing. Wide open look for Sarr. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but, hey, you take it when it comes.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you can't go for the fake. Once Kareem has you fooled, he's going right into the contact to draw the foul.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Here's Jackson. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
5 to shoot. Here's Nembhard. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. The Thunder with the lead. Johnson a wide open look. Offline with his three. Here's Nesmith. And the shot is long. On offense, here are the Thunder. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
You know, Johnson is really one of the more unique point guards that we've had in the game over the years. And he's able to do it with style and substance.
And both free throws good for Johnson.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
And the foul on Magic Johnson. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
They've been undisciplined defensively, getting themselves into foul trouble far too early.
Abdul-Jabbar. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Boy, Abdul-Jabbar just showing off that smooth offensive game he has. It's tough to handle his combination of size, skill, and agility.
Jackson misses. And here's Abdul-Jabbar. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Stolen away. Here's Nembhard. And it's all evened up. Nembhard's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And so Oklahoma City again turning it over. That's tipped. To the inside. And the basket by Johnson. Now it's a 4-point Minnesota lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
On the wing, Jackson. In the corner, it's Sarr. Sinks that one from the post. Sarr's got 8.
That's where you want Sarr doing his work offensively. He is a tough cover in the paint.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.